Pizza is America's second most popular food, right behind hamburgers. But here's the crazy part. You can get a burger, tacos, chicken, even ice cream through a drive-thru. But fresh pizza, that's been impossible. Until now, meet Slice Nation, the company that just cracked the code on drive-thru pizza, and they have the patents to prove it. Think about your last pizza craving. You probably called ahead, waited 15 to 20 minutes, then drove to pick it up. Or maybe you got a sad, reheated slice from a heat lamp that's been sitting there for who knows how long. Even McDonald's tried drive-thru pizza in the 90s and failed miserably. The problem has always been speed versus quality. You can't make good pizza fast enough for drive-thru service. Or can you? Mark Goddard asked himself a simple question. Why aren't there more drive-thru pizza places? That question led to a revolution. Here's where it gets interesting. Instead of making whole pizzas and cutting them into slices, Slice Nation does something genius. They make individual slices from scratch using a patented slice-shaped pan. This isn't just any pan. The geometric shape caramelizes the cheese, sauce, and crust at the edges, keeping everything perfectly intact. No sliding cheese, no mess. It's designed to be the perfect handheld food. And here's the kicker. They can cook a fresh slice in just 1 minute and 40 seconds. That's faster than most burger chains can assemble a Big Mac. The team behind this isn't some random startup either. We're talking about franchise industry veterans who've scaled major restaurant brands. Mark Goddard and Bill Mathis, who spent over 20 years as a Subway franchisee and even chaired their franchise board. Then there's Chris Fox, who spent 15 years scaling Villa Italian Kitchen internationally and 5 years at Darden. That's the company behind Olive Garden and Longhorn Steakhouse. The industry is taking notice. PMQ Pizza magazine called this concept revolutionary. And restaurant industry leaders are literally saying, why didn't I see this? And the timing couldn't be better. The low-cost pizza franchise market is expected to grow from $17 billion to over $23 billion by 2029. That's a 6% annual growth rate, driven by our obsession with convenience. So how does this actually work as a business? Slice Nation locations are designed to run with just 3 to 5 employees per shift. They're using AI voice ordering systems to handle the drive-thru, and a kitchen display system that breaks down orders into the most efficient cooking sequence. Compare this to their competition. You've got traditional pizza chains that can do pickup but not fresh drive-thru. There's Slice Factory in Chicago with 13 locations, but they're regional and don't have the patent protection. For franchisees, the numbers look compelling. We're talking about an estimated $400,000 to $650,000 investment per location, with the potential for $600,000 to $1.2 million in annual revenue. That's targeting a 15 to 20% EBITDA margin. But this is about more than just pizza. This represents a fundamental shift in how we think about fast food. Consumers want quality and convenience, and they're willing to pay for it. The restaurant industry is rapidly adopting AI automation and drive-thru technology. Slice Nation is positioning itself right at the intersection of these trends. They're targeting 100 locations by year 3, 500 by year 5, and eventually over 1,000 locations nationally. If they can execute on this vision, we're looking at a potential billion-dollar company. Now, let's be realistic about the challenges. Restaurant franchises are tough businesses. Food costs are rising, labor is expensive, and consumer spending can be unpredictable. Plus, if this concept proves successful, you can bet that bigger players like Domino's or Pizza Hut will try to copy it. That's where those patents become crucial. The real test will be execution. Can they maintain quality and speed across hundreds of locations? Can they find the right franchise partners? And can they build a strong enough brand to compete with established players? Here's my take. Slice Nation has identified a genuine gap in the market and developed innovative technology to solve it. The team has serious franchise experience, and the market timing seems right. Obviously, I'm not giving investment advice here, but as someone who follows food innovation closely, this is one of the most interesting concepts I've seen in years. What do you think? Would you try drive-thru pizza? And what other food innovations do you want to see me cover? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into food business innovation, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I've got more fascinating restaurant concepts coming your way.